For the last 6 months, Drewdini and I have been traveling around the world teaching people just like you how to build their own digital doppelgangers.
Yep, the Netherlands, San Diego, Boston, Florida, Vegas, LA, Delaware.
Okay, you don't have to list them all. Today, we are actually headed out to Orlando to teach a few hundred marketers how to start building digital doppelgangers too.
That's right.
Yes, it is. So, are you ready to learn what a few thousand others already know?
I hope so.
Now, this video isn't going to make much sense unless you've watched the previous 4 videos.
That's true. So go ahead and watch these videos first.
Exactly.
Then come back and watch this one.
Here's the definition of a digital doppelganger.
A digital doppelganger is an AI-created digital twin that accurately mimics a person's behavior and preferences in the virtual world.
Yep, Drewdini here is my digital doppelganger. But the truth is, Drewdini is an amalgamation of dozens and dozens of little AI-powered Drewdinis. Why? Well, because remember, if you want to be successful using generative AI today, you need to think like a squirrel.
Yeah, think like a squirrel.
Okay, now let's dive right in to step number 1. You've got to select a squirrel-sized scope for your digital doppelganger. So for this demonstration, we're going to build a digital doppelganger that's really good at writing subject lines for my weekly emails.
That's a good squirrel-sized task for us to tackle.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, the first thing you need to do is gather your nuts. Now, your nuts are the samples or examples of great subject lines you've created in the past. Basically, your best subject lines ever.
Yes, but that's only half of what you need.
Correct. You also need the corresponding email copy. Why? Well, because that's what we're going to feed our new digital doppelgangers so they understand the process of coming up with great subject lines from content we've generated.
Exactly. I've already done the research for you. And here are your top 5 performing subject lines.
Wow! I mean, that was really easy. Thank you very much, Drewdini. Now, I need to gather the actual emails as well.
I can't help you with that.
Well, no, I got it. I can do that. I cut and pasted everything into one document, and now we are ready to start building our digital doppelganger.
Now, let's open a brand new thread in ChatGPT.
Yes, now this is our new nest, where we're going to focus only on the task at hand, writing subject lines. And the first thing we're going to do is tell this new doppelganger what they're good at and how we're going to work together.
Yes, we're setting the squirrel-sized scope.
Now, immediately, our new doppelganger acts like they're ready to go. Our job is to actually slow them down and explain the process.
You need to tell me exactly what you're going to provide as a resource to help me do my job.
Exactly. So we explained that we're going to give the doppelganger an email, and they're going to use that to craft the subject lines we need. Now, we're ready to integrate the examples we've gathered. So we cut and paste the first example email copy.
Immediately, we get this. Subject, vanished into the AI vortex, my apology, and the unveiling of Drewdini.
Yeah, I mean, that's not very good, honestly, but that's okay. We need to integrate the email subject line we use so that our doppelganger can understand how we create subject lines. So we paste in the subject line we wrote.
Now we watch as our new doppelganger works to understand why it might have been so successful.
Exactly. Now, with just one subject line, we're going to monitor what our doppelganger is learning. So we ask it why they think it might have been so successful.
Look at that. 6 reasons that they think this subject line works.
Now, our doppelganger is very eager to try on their own, but we're not ready. We've got 4 more examples to integrate, so our job is to slow our doppelganger down before we start testing them by providing another example. So we just cut and paste the email, and again, our doppelganger tries to write another subject line.
It's honestly not that great.
No, it's not. So we give them our subject line that performs so well, and again we monitor what our doppelganger is learning. Now with 2 examples.
2 examples, ha ha ha.
Two examples, ha, ha, ha. Now, we're giving our doppelganger a little test, okay? We provide the third email, and we ask them to use the lessons they've learned to write a new subject line. And again, we ask them to tell us whether they followed the guidelines. Then again, we integrate our subject line, and we see that they're learning that simplicity is key. Now, we do this exact same process a few more times, integrating our examples, monitoring what the doppelganger is learning, refining what we want to see, and then testing them with each new task.
Within 15 minutes, we try this.
Yes, we cut and paste a new email, and boom! Here's what Drewdini writes.
Unlock AI's hidden superpower?
I mean, that's pretty good. The actual subject line I wrote and I used was AI's fourth superpower revealed.
Look at that. We've created a new doppelganger that thinks like you, writes like you, and creates subject lines almost exactly like you.
Yes, he really does already. Now there's one final step. We ask our new Drewdini subject line creator to always give us 5 potential subject lines and tell us 3 reasons they like each subject line.
Smart.
Yes, it is. Look at that. The second subject line is the exact subject line I used when I wrote the email. Now, anytime I have a new email, all I have to do is come back to this thread and ask Drewdini to craft a few more subject line ideas for any email I write.
So, there you have it. The 4 steps you need to do in order to build your own digital doppelgangers.
Yeah, we make such a great team, don't we, Drewdini?
We sure do.
Okay, well, I'll see you next week when we're gonna reveal the biggest mistake people make when creating and using their digital doppelgangers.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'll see you then. All right, Drewdini, coffee time.